it's your girl Renice and
Shanice,
and we are back with another video for your mama, your mama, your mama, and your mama. I'm gonna put these chips up, y'all, but let me get a few more bites.
let me try one.
I don't know why you didn't get this brand.
It tastes good.
Yeah, I usually get this brand.
Yeah, this one already up.
Are you sweet one, girl?
Why would you ever pick up the sweet one?
Alright.
Anyways, that's not what we came here for. What we came here for is I came to share a story time with y'all. As you can see by the title, I wanted to talk about the time how I got bullied, you know, in my life. Yeah. So first and foremost, this started when I first came to America. And when I first came to America, I was in the 5th grade. And at that time, it was a different time period. Like, we didn't have phones, you know. People were just more into sneakers. Everything was more, what's the word I'm looking for?
It was less technology, basically.
Yeah, people yeah, pretty much. And so pretty much when I came here, I barely know how to speak like proper English, because as you know, Jamaicans, we speak with like a an accent or whatever. We have an accent when we talk. And so knowing that I had an accent, I barely wanted to talk to anybody or open up because I was scared, you know, people wouldn't like it. But the crazy thing is, now times have changed. People love accents. And now I'm like, I don't get it. Because back then, when I had one, y'all didn't like it. Y'all made fun of it. And
but I feel like the world got more diverse now, thanks to TikTok and other stuff like that, versus back then where it's like you made fun of something that you didn't know enough about, you know?
Yeah, that's true. True. And so I'm gonna just give y'all a little background. So yeah, as I said, when I first came here, I was in the 5th grade, so still in elementary school. And then I could remember I would take the bus in the mornings, and there was this one particularly girl, because she was on my bus and she lived near me, and I knew her.
What you gonna call her?
We gonna call her
Goodwill.
Goodwill? That's not even a name.
It doesn't matter. You could call her anything.
Alright, we gonna call her Goodwill, I guess. So every time I saw Goodwill, right, I would Goodwill would get off the bus, and Goodwill's class was right next to mine, right? And so I was like, I bet, because I don't remember where my class is, and I'm like, I also don't want to ask you. I don't know. I was just very like scared to even talk to anybody. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna follow Goodwill and see if she notices, and I'm gonna just follow her. So I'm following Goodwill, get off the bus, following Goodwill, and then I was like, I noticed Goodwill took a pivot. She took a turn. I was like, this not my class. So I noticed Goodwill was dropping off her sister, and I was like, wait, where you going? So I was still following Goodwill, and then I was waiting outside the classroom for her so it didn't look too suspicious. Then after, I followed her up all the way up to the staircase, and she was like, are you following me? And I was like, no. And then she went to her class. So I was like, all right, bet, let me just go to my class since it's right next to it. And then that's how I would end up getting around to like eventually learn where my class was. And then so y'all, pretty much, as I said, when we first came here, we didn't really have it like that. We was pretty broke, because you know what, when you come into America, they would tell us, as I said, we didn't really have technology like that, like TikTok, to know what it's like to be an immigrant and stuff. And so people would tell us, oh, you don't need to bring nothing, you don't need to bring your own clothes,
you come here, you're gonna get it, this,
yeah,
that,
exactly.
and third. Like, but that's not the reality.
Yeah,
when you come to America, you still gotta work for what you want. If you have good clothes in Jamaica or wherever you're from, bring it with you. Don't let nobody lie to you, because you know what I'm saying, people gonna show their true colors, and that's not even like an immigrant thing or nothing like that. That's just a whole general thing, just to put that out there. So you know what I'm saying, but it's just that we got food and we was told, like, you know, don't really bring much. So we didn't, but so when we got here, we didn't have the latest Jordans, we didn't have whatever sneakers was coming out, we didn't have that. So we was just in, I remember I was just in like this, I don't even know what type of shoes you would call it, but it was like this sandals, like these fake Converse, and then it had a little strap over it that was flexible. Like, what shoes were you in?
I don't even know.
Like I was, and then I would just
shoes.
yeah,
probably secondhand shoes that other people wore. Yeah, gave to us.
And then I was always in a skirt and some long socks or like stockings. That's how back in the day we were. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I would just wear like the same outfit for like 2
we
days.
We would have to wear the same outfit for a lot of days. Yeah. So yeah,
the only thing that was probably fresh about us was probably our hairstyles.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, and I forgot what I was gonna say before that. Oh yeah, like some people would tell us, oh yeah, you know you're going to America, the chicken over there, like KFC is only $1, you know. Is it really $1? Well, not now. The economy went up, but I'm like talking about like a few years back. It was still never $1. Even when we came here, it was never $1. You know? So yeah, and I came here and I saw it for myself. I was like, dang, they really lied to us. And then I found it really hard to make friends. Like, I had friends, they would say, oh yeah, you're my friend, but then like when their friends came around, they would ghosted me. So I was alone. I would stick out like a sore thumb because I have an accent. Then I also felt like the teacher was kind of picking on me in a way where like she would purposely call on me to read and stuff, and I don't know how to pronounce some of the words. Like the way we pronounce certain things in Jamaica versus here is different.
Like for example, like certificate. Oh, you say it now.
Certificate.
I just said that. How you say American?
Certificate.
No, you still say certificate. Certificate.
They're like certificate.
No, I don't know how to say that word. To this day.
See what I mean?
To this day.
The word that still tripped me up to this day is father. I feel like it got better though. But like in Jamaica they say father.
Umbrella used to trip me up.
Umbrella. Really?
Massachusetts. You like
umbrella.
How? Umbrella. Umbrella.
Yeah.
Someone used to say umbrella.
Yeah, like, and then the way I used to write too, like, you know, in Jamaica, you write like you're from England. So I ain't know that. And so when I came here, I would still spell some words like different. Like the way they spell the word favorite here is different. They spell it without the U. In Jamaica, we spell it with the U. So the lady was like, oh, you write like you're from England. And I was like, oh, thank you. Not knowing what she mean by that. And I was like, now I'm looking back, I'm like, what you mean by that? Right? But and then she would always call on me to read, and I'm like, girl, I don't want to read, because I'm like, I can't sound like these Americans, you know. And I would try to sound like them, and it just never worked. So like mad times I would embarrass myself in front of the class. Like, and I also remember one time I was playing in the basketball game, right? And then I ended up just like traveling. I didn't know I was traveling though, but like I was just running with the ball, and then they would just laugh at me, and I'm like, why are they laughing? But looking back, it's like, damn, I was dumb. I can't just run with the ball. I have to dribble the ball. And then another time though, like when it really got really bad and I really got bullied though, was in the classroom. There was this one specific guy, bro. He was so short. Now I really think about it, I'm like, how did I let this short little kid, I still see him to this day, this short little kid bully me? One time he would just always pick on me. Like sometimes, bro, the kids back in my day, they were so mean to me. Like this girl, I don't think she liked me. So like the teacher would tell her, oh, pass out the stuff, pass out the rulers, and sis would pass out the rulers and skip me. And I'm like, I didn't get a ruler, so I just started crying, because I'm like, you skipped me on purpose. You looked dead at me and you skipped over me. So I started crying, right? Then another time was like this guy, he literally, the same little short guy, we gonna call him Bob. Bob threw he blew a spitball at me, right, in my head, and I'm like, I just started crying, and I ran out in the classroom and just went in the bathroom and cried. Like honestly, I felt like my life was so miserable back then, because like leaving a country where you have all your friends and you're already comfortable, and coming here could honestly be one of the worst experiences.
Very traumatic.
Yeah, it was very traumatic for me. Like that's why now, guys, I always speak English. That's why I always speak English, because like seeing how I had an accent and they bullied me for that, I went home and I only spoke English. I practiced English day and night. That's why now you can't hear my accent. Like now people are like, how come you don't have an accent? I'm like, yeah, because I worked on it so well, so you can't even tell. Like sometimes I don't even like telling people I'm Jamaican, because I don't want them to see, oh, I want them to see me for who I am, not because of my nationality, you know.
Yeah, and I would just another thing I want to add to that too is like you come to America and you got American people trying to tell you, oh, speak English, speak English, speak English, and then when you go around like your ethnic group, which is Jamaican or whatever, and you go around Jamaican people, they telling you don't even bother to speak Patois because you don't sound right speaking Patois, or that doesn't fit you. It's too country Patois. Speak proper English. So it's like you have two groups that don't want you, and you still supposed to like be that happy kid, lovely kid that you know what I'm saying. So it's just like it's very contradicting. So I feel like like parents, you need to be involved in your. Like, how I word this? Hold on, pause. Pause. I feel like parents should just, instead of assuming your kids didn't get bullied or your kids not getting bullied, ask them like, try to talk to them from like a place of like caring and concern. And just because your kids might not say something doesn't mean they're not going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, and just because you think that they're a child doesn't mean they're not going through anything. So I think that's very important to think about, and I think that's important that we talk about that because you know what I'm saying, like a lot of people aren't being asked, is everything okay at home? Is everything okay at school? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly. But like another thing I could remember is like, I don't know, me personally, I was just intrigued by everything I saw when I came to America. Like I was so intrigued with like the fact that we had like library time and we could go around and pick out books and stuff. So like, you know what I would do, guys? I'll usually pick out Arthur books. And come on, looking back, it's like if you're in 5th grade, you shouldn't be picking out Arthur books. But I was like, oh my god, the library. And I just found out about Arthur because she would always watch it on the TV. So
oh baby, I was so into Arthur, like every morning, every day. I used to get yelled at for that though, but that's a different story.
Yeah, and so I would pick it up and then come home and pretend I'm a teacher and read it. And then one day this girl, she looked at me and she was like, you're reading Arthur books? And I was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? And looking back, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been reading Arthur books at that age, but I'm like, who cares? Just let me be, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it shouldn't matter what if you're in your own free time trying to look at Arthur books, it shouldn't matter to nobody else. But I think like it's also different. Like if you don't have like a teacher, that's why. Another rant by me. That's why representation matters. Because when you come to America, most of my teachers were white. I had a white teacher. So a white teacher ain't gonna really, you know what I'm saying, really resonate with you as a black teacher might, because a black teacher might know what it feels like at one point in their life to like stick out like a sore thumb. They might not have the experience of you coming from a different country, or that's why it's nice if you have a teacher who also has an accent, who also comes from somewhere different.
Makes you feel more comfortable.
It makes you feel like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? The representation is there, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with me or whatever. So it's like you find yourself like, oftentimes you find yourself trying to fit in with whatever culture you're with, but then the same culture that you're coming from, they get on you for that. When they don't understand the experience that comes with that though.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid because like then you have Jamaicans saying, oh, you're not an accent, I forget where you come from, blah 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 or whatever. And then if you speak the raw Jamaican patois, then they're like, oh no, you got America where you speak like that for proper English. Yeah. Like, you sound dumb, just shut up. Right? Like, it's very
yeah, for real.
Like, I don't even think people really understand what they saying when they even talk. Like, they just talk to talk.
Yeah.
But, like, y'all probably wondering, like, did I ever get bullied? I feel like, I don't know. I wouldn't say, like, yeah, I got bullied.
You got laughed at.
In a sense, but I did get laughed at, and like, you know what I'm saying, and that the reason why I didn't get bullied was because I wouldn't never talk. Somebody asked me what my name was, I would point on my name tag. I never talked because it was just that awareness of, oh yeah, I have an accent, I sound different from you. So when I got never, people, let me tell you something. When I don't even know how I got by during recess.
For real?
How did you get by without talking? I don't know. I just never talk. Like, people that know me that used to know me in middle school know I would never say a peep. I would never say a word. Yo,
I don't know. I feel like being in America, they kind of just put a target on your back to make you stick out because they just put a target on you because you're in the car. The birds aren't going to hit you, bro. They just put a target on your back where they stick you out as the new kid. I think that's why everybody knew, like, oh, she's the new kid. And, like, I was obviously dressing different, you know?
Yeah, like, at that time, people had Jordans on their feet. They coming in with this, they coming in with that. Exactly. We coming in with the same thing every day.
Like, they used to do me dirty. Now, I remember, like, this girl, she was, like, I remember I used to wear, like, box braids, weave, all that, and I would, like, get it curled up and all that stuff. And she was like, oh, my God, your hair is so long. Girl. You, like, she was trying to make fun of me, but she was also one of them, oh, yeah, I'm your friend. Like, you girl, you know this not my real hair. Why would you try to make me feel bad about it?
Yeah, like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's just a lot that a lot of people don't talk about. Like, and I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of other, like, our other siblings could probably relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we just talking about our experience. But yeah, guys, that was her story time on it. And we just want to drop a disclaimer. Just saying that bullying is not okay. Like, if you're bullying somebody because they're different, maybe you should educate yourself so you could understand that where they're coming from. Because at the end of the day, everybody is human. Everybody got feelings. We've seen times where people was bullied to the point of suicide. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, get it together. Like, it's 21st century.
Like, I'd even want to go to school anymore sometimes. And then, like, I would never talk to anyone at lunch. And the principal would always come to me and say, why are you so serious? Why you never talk? Why aren't you smiling? But, like, now if I could go back in time, I would tell him, like, hey, I'm getting bullied. But for some reason, I just never wanted to speak up because I knew I had an accent. And I don't know.
Yeah. And another thing, too, is that I found myself, like, trying to do, like, stupid things or try to make myself look stupid so that I could fit in. But, so, like, not realizing that, baby, they not laughing with you, baby. They laughing at you, honey. Just everybody just be yourself.
Exactly.
Just be yourself. Because those are the same people that ended up coming around by the time you were high school. And it's so funny that you stick with that memory and they'll walk by you not remembering, oh, you bullied me so severely.
For real. Like, I've heard so many stories. The same people that bully you, they turn around and want to be your friend. And think you're the coolest person now, you know? Yeah,
for real, y'all. Like, anyways, y'all, was that it for this video?
Now, I wanted to say, I think the reason why I think I got bullied, though, was because I think I was just a very curious kid. That's the problem, too. like, but it's like, I seen, like, a whole new world, and I wanted to try everything. And I don't regret being a curious kid, just because, like, it helped me find basketball at the same time.
Yeah, for real, y'all. So, but if y'all want to know more about our life experiences or more story times about, you know what I'm saying, like, what we've been through or whatnot, comment down below in the comment sections, and we will, you know what I'm saying, we'll bring y'all that fire, that fuego, that, you know what I'm saying.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you've been commenting, supporting us, just know we see y'all and we thank y'all. Yeah,
I've been working on it, putting in overtime,